Emergency officials in St. John now say there are 5 minor injuries after a fire broke out at the Irving oil refinery this morning. Now, that fire has now been mostly extinguished. An apparent explosion at about 10:16 a.m. local time shattered a quiet Thanksgiving morning.
Well, I was downstairs and I heard a bang, and I come upstairs and my dogs were in the backyard losing their mind.
Multiple witnesses say they could feel the blast in the eastern part of the city, kilometers away. Now, the smoke is much lower now, but police are still urging people to stay away from the scene. Fortunately, the facility was closed for maintenance, and all workers are accounted for. A short time ago, fire officials gave an update. Here's some of what they had to say.
It is recommended that people shelter in place. There's no evacuation ordered, and updates will be provided as they become available. And we thank the residents in the area for their continued patience, and we ask that people stay away from the immediate vicinity of the refinery. And we know there are a number of people are showing up and trying to determine what's going on, and we respectfully ask that they stay away from the area.
Now, CBC's Tori Weldon was at that news conference, and she joins us now from St. John. So, Tori, what other information did the officials provide?
Well, they also said that people should be staying in their homes. Now, while they said there's no air quality issue, they did warn that there is still smoke in the air. Those smoke plumes were shooting 30 feet up in the air. So they are asking people not only to stay away, but also people in the neighborhood of the refinery to stay in their homes. Officials also said that it's a quiet Thanksgiving Monday, but even still, there were nearly 3,000 people at the refinery this morning. 100 part of the regular crew, and another 25 people were at the refinery as part of a turnaround. What happens is they shut the refinery down and they do major repairs. So there was thousands of people in the building when it happened. Now, officials did say that they're thankful that there was as few injuries as there was, given just the amount of people that were in the building at the time. Now, they did say it was caused by a malfunction of the diesel treating unit, which is part of the refinery that was still functioning. That wasn't part of the shutdown.
Now, Tori, there are people who live in and around the area where this explosion took place at the refinery. What are they telling you?
Well, I talked to a number of people, and all of them said when the explosion happened, they were shocked. They couldn't figure out what it was. One man I spoke to said that he thought possibly there was an accident, something had hit his house. I was in a neighborhood that was nearby, and here's what one person told me.
My wife ran out the front door, and she says, come up quick. She says, there's a big poof of black smoke. So I come upstairs, and it shook the house. It rattled the window so bad. And I come up, and there was a great big plume of black smoke, like a mushroom cloud, just over the trees over here. And so we come out in the deck, and then about 10 minutes after that, we heard all the sirens going.
So there were police at a number of places closing off neighborhoods earlier, but there was no evacuation ordered. And the Irving oil refinery is the largest in the country, so it really had quite an effect on the city of St. John.
Okay, CBC's Tori Weldon in St. John. Thank you.